All right, welcome to a deep dive into some fitness fundamentals. We're going kind of beyond the basics today,
Okay.
and we're going to be using excerpts from PE, CSET 2 fitness to kind of give us some frameworks to think about and uncover some insights that you can actually use. So get ready for some aha moments because we're about to really level up your understanding of how your body works and what it needs to thrive.
Yeah, we're really trying to go beyond just defining terms today. We're going to explore some of those surprising connections between fitness and overall well-being that often I think get overlooked.
I love that. So let's jump right into it with aerobic conditioning. I hit the gym pretty regularly, but I'm always curious to learn more about the science behind it, what's really happening in my body when I'm pushing myself during like a cardio session.
Well, you can kind of imagine your heart and lungs working together as this super efficient delivery system. And aerobic conditioning trains them to pump blood more effectively, which means more oxygen is reaching your muscles and organs. And it's not just about powering through a workout either. This increased efficiency, it translates to everyday activities too.
So it's not just about running a marathon.
Not at all. It's about having the energy to keep up with your kids, climb a flight of stairs without getting winded, and even think more clearly throughout the day. And one of the best ways to measure your aerobic fitness is through something called VO2 max.
VO2 max, I've heard that term, but I'm not
Sure.
gonna lie, it sounds a little intimidating.
I get it, but it's actually pretty fascinating. VO2 max measures how much oxygen your body can use during exercise. The higher your VO2 max, the more efficiently your body is using oxygen and the fitter you are. But here's where it gets really interesting. Studies have shown that a higher VO2 max isn't just linked to athletic performance. It's also associated with longevity and a reduced risk of chronic diseases, like heart disease and diabetes.
Wow, I never realized it was that impactful. That definitely adds a whole new dimension to my workouts. So how can I actually improve my VO2 max? Is it all about intense cardio?
It's not just about going all out. It's really about consistency and finding activities you enjoy. Think speed walking, swimming, dancing, anything that gets your heart rate up and keeps it there for a sustained period. And here's a bonus tip. High-intensity interval training, or HII, have been shown to be particularly effective for boosting VO2 max.
HIDT. You mean those short bursts of intense exercise followed by recovery periods?
Exactly. It's a really time-efficient way to challenge your aerobic system and see results.
Okay, I'm adding HIIT to my workout plan. Now let's talk about heart rate. I know it's important to monitor, but I sometimes get confused about all the different types of heart rate and what they actually mean.
I hear you. Let's break it down. Your resting heart rate, or RHR, is your heart rate when you're fully relaxed. A lower resting heart rate generally indicates better fitness. Then we have your target heart rate, or THR, which is the range you want to aim for during exercise to maximize benefits.
So how do I figure out my target heart rate? Is there a formula or something?
There is. To calculate your THR, you first need to know your maximum predicted heart rate, or MPHR. You can estimate this by subtracting your age from 220. Then, depending on your fitness goals, you'd use a percentage of your MPHR to determine your target heart rate zone.
So for moderate intensity exercise, I'd aim for a lower percentage of my MPHR, and for more vigorous activity, a higher percentage.
Precisely. And there are even heart rate monitors and fitness trackers that can help you stay within your desired zone.
Wow, this is giving me a whole new perspective on how to personalize my workouts.
Yeah.
But speaking of pushing limits, let's talk about overreaching versus overtraining. I've definitely felt burnt out from exercise before, but I'm not always sure if I'm pushing myself too hard or just not giving myself enough rest.
That's a critical distinction. Overreaching is like a temporary dip in performance. You might feel more fatigued than usual, experience some muscle soreness, and need a little extra rest. Overtraining, however, is a more chronic state of exhaustion that can negatively impact your physical and mental health.
So how can I tell the difference?
Think of overreaching as like a signal to adjust your training. It might be a sign you need an extra rest day, a lighter workout, or some additional focus on your nutrition and sleep. Overtraining, on the other hand, manifests in more persistent symptoms like prolonged fatigue, decreased motivation and increased resting heart rate, difficulty sleeping, and even mood changes.
Okay, so overreaching is like a yellow light, while overtraining is a full-on red light. I need to pay more attention to those early warning signs so I can avoid pushing myself too far.
Exactly. And remember, consistency is key. It's much better to have regular, moderate workouts than to go all out and then burn out.
This is so helpful. I'm starting to see how all these components of fitness are really intertwined. Now let's move on to building strength. I'm kind of fascinated by the difference between muscular strength and muscular endurance. Can you break that down for me?
Absolutely. Muscular strength is about maximum force, how much weight you can lift or how much resistance you can overcome in a single effort. Think of power lifters or someone moving heavy furniture. Muscular endurance, on the other hand, is the ability to sustain repeated contractions over time. Think marathon runners or cyclists or even just carrying groceries for long distance.
So a power lifter needs explosive strength, while a marathon runner needs sustained strength.
Exactly. And we need both types of strength in everyday life. Muscular strength helps us with everyday tasks like lifting boxes or carrying children. Muscular endurance helps us maintain good posture, avoid fatigue, and perform activities over an extended period.
So even if I'm not training for a specific sport, strength training is still super essential. Tell me more about working different muscle groups. Where do I even begin?
Let's start with the core, your abs and back. These are really the foundation of your strength. Planks are great for building core stability. While crunches target your abs and rows, work your back muscles.
Okay, planks, crunches, and rows. Got it. What about those sculpted arms I'm aiming for?
For biceps, classic bicep curls and hammer curls are effective. And for triceps, try close grip push-ups and tricep dips. Remember, you can always modify these exercises with weights or resistance bands as you get stronger.
This is like having a personalized workout plan right here. What about leg and glute exercises?
Squats are the king of leg exercises. They target your quads, hamstrings, and glutes. Lunges are great for working those muscles individually. And for glutes specifically, hip thrusts and glute bridges are highly effective.
I'm starting to feel a burn just thinking about it. What about those shoulders? I want to be able to carry heavy bags without feeling strain.
Overhead presses are a classic for shoulder strength. Lateral raises and front raises target the different muscles of your shoulders for a balanced workout.
This is so helpful. I'm already feeling more confident about my strength training routine, but I'm curious, are there specific types of training that can enhance strength development?
Absolutely. Anaerobic exercises like sprinting and heavy weightlifting involve short bursts of intense activity that force your body to work without enough oxygen. This pushes your muscles to their limits and leads to strength gains.
So it's about pushing those boundaries.
Exactly. And there's also plyometric training, which involves explosive movements like jumping and hopping. Plyometrics are great for building power, speed, and agility.
Jumping around sounds a lot more fun than lifting weights sometimes.
It can be. And it's a great way to challenge your muscles in a different way.
Okay, so we've covered building strength. Now let's move on to flexibility. I'll admit I'm not always the most consistent with stretching, but I'm ready to learn more about its benefits.
Flexibility is all about having a good range of motion in your joints. It's like giving your body the freedom to move smoothly and effortlessly.
So I don't have to be a yoga master to reap the benefits.
Not at all. And while there are different types of stretching, static stretching is a great place to start. It involves holding a stretch for an extended period, like touching your toes and holding it. This is great for improving your range of motion and relaxing your muscles after the workout.
Okay, static stretching, got it. But I also want to make sure I'm warming up properly before my workouts.
That's where dynamic stretching comes in. Dynamic stretching involves moving your joints through their full range of motion. Think arm circles, leg swings, or torso twists. It's a fantastic way to prepare your body for activity.
So dynamic stretching before a workout and static stretching after.
Exactly. And as you get more comfortable, you can explore other forms of stretching, like isometric stretching, which involves contracting your muscles while holding a stretch.
Wow, so many stretching options. Are there any tips you can share to make sure I'm doing it right?
Absolutely. Never force a stretch. Ease into it gently and listen to your body. Remember to breathe deeply throughout the stretch. And most importantly, be consistent. Even a few minutes of stretching each day can make a big difference over time.
Great tips. Now let's talk about posture. I know it's important, but sometimes I catch myself slouching, especially after sitting at my desk for too long. What are the benefits of good posture, and how does it relate to flexibility?
Good posture is like an invisible support system for your entire body. It can prevent back pain, improve your breathing, boost your energy levels, and even make you look taller and more confident. And flexibility plays a crucial role because when your muscles are tight and inflexible, it can pull your body out of alignment, leading to poor posture.
So if I'm constantly hunching over my computer, my chest muscles might get tight, leading to rounded shoulders and that dreaded slouch.
Precisely. That's why stretching those tight muscles is so important for maintaining good posture. It's like giving your body a reset button.
This is eye-opening. I'm starting to see how all these pieces of the fitness puzzle fit together. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, I want to understand one more thing. What exactly is kyphosis?
Kyphosis is an excessive rounding of the upper back, often referred to as hunchback. It can be caused by various factors, including poor posture, osteoporosis, or even congenital conditions, while slouching can contribute to kyphosis. It's important to note that it can also be a more serious condition.
So good posture and flexibility are essential for keeping my back healthy and avoiding potential issues down the road.
Exactly. Taking care of your back is an investment in your long-term well-being.
This has been an incredible deep dive so far. We've covered so much ground. From the science of aerobic conditioning and strength training to the crucial role of flexibility and posture, and there's still so much more to explore.
That's right. We'll be back soon to delve even deeper into fitness fundamentals, uncovering more insights to help you achieve your health and wellness goals.
Welcome back. I'm ready to kind of dive into another key component of fitness that I think we often take for granted. Balance. It's something that I haven't focused on much in my own workouts, but I'm really curious to learn more about its impact.
Yeah, it's funny, right? Like we don't realize how much we rely on balance until it starts to decline. And it's about so much more than just staying upright. Balance impacts everything from our coordination and agility to our reaction time.
Okay, you've piqued my interest. How does balance go beyond just, not falling over?
Well, just think about it. Balance is essential for any activity that requires movement. Walking, running, dancing, playing sports. All of these require a finely tuned sense of balance. And as we age, maintaining good balance becomes even more crucial for preventing falls and injuries.
That's a really good point. I've definitely noticed my parents becoming more cautious about their balance as they get older. So what's actually happening in our bodies when we're trying to maintain balance?
It's really a beautiful collaboration between multiple systems. Your inner ear, your vision, and your proprioceptive system. So your inner ear contains these tiny hair-like structures that detect movement and send signals to your brain about your position in space. Meanwhile, your eyes provide visual cues about your surroundings, helping your brain create a map of the environment.
So my ears and my eyes are working together to keep me steady. That's incredible. What about that third system you mentioned, the proprioceptive system?
Proprioception. It's your body's awareness of its own position and movement in space. It's like having an internal GPS system for your body. Proprioceptors in your muscles and joints send constant feedback to your brain about where your limbs are and how they're moving. This allows you to move smoothly and coordinate your actions without having to consciously think about every single movement.
Wow, that's amazing. I never realized how much complex coordination goes into even the simplest movements. But what happens if one of these systems is compromised?
That's when we start to experience balance issues. You might feel dizzy, lightheaded, or unsteady on your feet. You might stumble more frequently or have difficulty walking in a straight line. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, it's important to consult a doctor to rule out any underlying medical conditions.
Okay, good to know. But let's say my balance is generally pretty good. Are there things I can do to maintain or even improve it?
Absolutely. There are a ton of exercises and activities that can challenge your balance and help you develop those stabilizing muscles.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, Tai Chi and yoga are fantastic for improving balance because they involve slow, controlled movements that require you to constantly adjust your center of gravity.
I've always wanted to try Tai Chi. It looks so graceful and calming.
It is. And it's a great way to challenge your balance while also reducing stress and improving flexibility. And if you're looking for something more dynamic, you can try simple exercises like standing on one leg, walking heel to toe, or even just practicing standing on an unstable surface, like a pillow or a BOSU ball.
Okay, this sounds pretty doable. I'm already thinking about how I can incorporate some of these exercises into my routine.
Yeah, the key is to make it fun and find activities you enjoy. You can even challenge yourself by closing your eyes during some exercises to really test your balance and proprioception.
I love that idea. It's like a mini brain workout for my body. This is making me realize how important it is to challenge our balance regularly, just like we challenge our strength and endurance.
Exactly, it's all interconnected. And as you improve your balance, you'll likely notice improvements in your overall coordination and agility as well.
This has been so insightful. I'm feeling inspired to prioritize balance in my fitness routine. Speaking of coordination, I'm curious to learn more about that aspect of fitness. I've always kind of thought of it as something you either have or you don't, but I'm guessing there's more to it than that.
You're absolutely right. Coordination is not just about natural talent. It's a skill that can be developed and refined with practice. It's the ability to smoothly and efficiently integrate different movements, using your muscles and senses in sync.
Okay, I'm starting to see how coordination fits into the bigger picture of fitness. But why is it so important?
Well, think about any physical activity, whether it's playing a sport, dancing, or even just walking down the street. Coordination is what allows us to move our bodies fluidly, efficiently, and with control. It reduces our risk of injury and enhances our athletic performance. Good coordination means your brain and muscles are communicating effectively, leading to graceful and precise movements.
So it's like fine-tuning the communication pathways between my brain and body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the more you practice, the smoother those communication pathways become.
This is making me think about those times when I've tried a new sport or dance class
Yeah.
and felt so clumsy and uncoordinated at first. It's reassuring to know that with practice, those movements can become more fluid and natural. So how can we improve our coordination? Are there specific exercises or activities that are particularly beneficial?
Absolutely. Playing sports is an excellent way to develop coordination because it requires you to react quickly to changing situations, anticipate movements, and move your body in a variety of ways.
That makes sense. Team sports especially seem to require a high level of coordination. What about activities that are less competitive?
Dancing is fantastic for coordination. It challenges your rhythm timing and spatial awareness, forcing you to move your body in new and challenging ways.
I've always wanted to try salsa dancing. Maybe this is my sign.
Go for it. And if dancing isn't your thing, there are plenty of other options. Yoga, Pilates, and even martial arts can all help improve coordination.
Okay, I'm definitely adding some coordination-boosting activities to my to-do list. But before we move on, are there any signs that someone might have poor coordination?
There are a few things to look out for. Frequent clumsiness, difficulty with fine motor skills like buttoning a shirt or tying shoelaces, and trouble learning new physical skills can all be indicators of poor coordination. But remember, coordination is a skill that can be improved upon with practice and patience.
This has been an incredibly insightful conversation about balance and coordination. I'm feeling more motivated than ever to get moving and challenge my body in new ways.
That's great to hear. And remember, fitness isn't about striving for perfection. It's about exploring your capabilities, challenging yourself, and celebrating every step of the journey.
Well said. What other fitness fundamentals should we explore? We've talked about pushing our limits and challenging our bodies and building strength and endurance, but what about recovery?
Recovery. It often gets overlooked, but it's a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I'll admit it's not the most exciting topic, but I'm ready to learn why it deserves a spot in our fitness conversation.
Think of recovery as the secret weapon for unlocking your full fitness potential. It's not just about lounging around after a tough workout. It's about actively supporting your body's repair and rejuvenation process.
Okay, you've officially piqued my interest. What does active recovery actually look like?
Well, it starts with understanding that recovery is just as important as the workout itself. It's the time when your muscles rebuild, your energy stores replenish, and your mind gets a chance to de-stress. And there are several key components to a successful recovery strategy.
Let's break them down. Where do we start?
Sleep is absolutely essential. It's like hitting the reset button for your entire system. During sleep, your muscles repair themselves, your hormones rebalance, and your brain processes all the information it's taken in throughout the day.
So those 7 to 8 hours of shut-eye are non-negotiable.
You got it. And it's not just about the quantity of sleep, but the quality too. Creating a relaxing bedtime routine, keeping your bedroom cool and dark, and avoiding screens before bed can all contribute to a more restful night's sleep.
Okay, I'm taking notes. I definitely need to work on my sleep hygiene. What else can we do to support recovery?
Nutrition plays a crucial role. You want to make sure you're giving your body the nutrients it needs to repair and rebuild. Focus on a balanced diet with plenty of protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats.
So it's not just about what I eat after a workout, but what I fuel my body with throughout the day.
Exactly. Think of your body as a high-performance machine. It needs premium fuel to run smoothly.
This is making me rethink my snack choices. What about hydration? I know water is important, but is there anything specific we should be doing for recovery?
Staying hydrated is essential for every aspect of health, but it's especially important after a workout. Water helps transport nutrients to your muscles, flush out waste products, and regulate your body temperature.
So I should be sipping water throughout the day and especially after exercise.
Absolutely. And if you've had a particularly intense workout, an electrolyte drink can be helpful for replenishing lost minerals.
I'm starting to see how sleep, nutrition, and hydration all work together to create the optimal environment for recovery. Are there any other recovery strategies we should consider?
Active recovery is another great option. This involves engaging in low-intensity activities like walking, swimming, or gentle stretching on your rest days.
So it's not about being completely sedentary on those days.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Gentle movement can actually help improve blood flow, reduce muscle soreness, and speed up the recovery process.
That's interesting. I always thought rest days meant complete inactivity. Are there any other recovery techniques we should know about?
Absolutely. Massage foam rolling and even ice baths can be beneficial for reducing muscle soreness and inflammation. They can help relax tight muscles and promote faster healing.
Wow, so many options. This deep dive has given me a whole new appreciation for the importance of recovery. It's not just about pampering yourself, it's about giving your body the tools it needs to rebuild and come back stronger.
That's the key takeaway. Recovery is an investment in your long-term fitness journey. It's about listening to your body, respecting its limits, and giving it the support it needs to thrive.
This has been an incredible deep dive into fitness fundamentals. We've covered so much ground, from understanding the science of exercise to the importance of personalized training and recovery strategies. I'm feeling inspired to take my fitness to the next level.
That's great. And remember, fitness is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey of exploration, self-discovery, and growth. Keep learning, keep challenging yourself, and most importantly, enjoy the process.
This is the deep dive signing off. Until next time, stay curious, stay active, and keep those bodies moving.